Welcome to Commerce and Management Solutions. In this video, we will discuss how the extension, contraction or shift in demand will work. Means changes in demand, how the demand will change. Let us consider the various factors or various determinants of the demand. Like we know that the determinants of the demand are like one we will take the price. Price is the one most important determinant of the demand. So we'll take price as the one factor. So price is there. Then we'll take second one is income of the consumer. Income of the consumer. Third one will take the taste and preference. Then fourth one will take the government policy. Then fifth one will take climate change. Likewise, we'll consider so many factors are there. So here, let us consider all these factors. We know that because of these factors, the quantity demand will change. Because of these factors, quantity demand will change. So to understand what is the difference between extension and contraction as well as changes in demand, that is shift in demand, we need to categorize these all factors into two. So we are categorizing all these factors into two, like one is price alone is the one factor. Then all other factors will take it as one, means other than price factor. These all are other than price factor and this is the price factor. So this classification is very most important because we'll see that what is extension and contraction. So here, if the price is changing, quantity demand is changing. By keeping other factors are constant, that changes is called as extension and contraction. That is what we need to segregate these all factors into two, like one is price factor, other is other than price factor. If the price is changing, quantity demand is either increasing or decreasing, that will be called as extension and contraction. If other factors, because of other factors, quantity demand is changing, that will be called as changes in demand. That means increase or decrease in demand, or we can say it as shift in demand. That we will explain here in this video. So come to the point here, we are moving to discuss about what is extension and contraction. Already I hope you got the meaning of extension and contraction. How it will work in a graph, let us see that. Here on the y-axis and quantity axis, that is x-axis, price is representing on the y-axis, quantity is representing on the x-axis. Then we can scale here, it is y-axis 2, 4 and 6. And quantity I am scaling here 4, 8 and 12. And we need to draw a demand curve because we are discussing about the changes in demand. So we need to draw the demand curve. Always the demand curve will slope downward because there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demand, so that it will be always downward sloping. So we'll draw a demand curve and give a name for the demand curve. The demand curve name we can give it as DD. So to understand extension and contraction, we are discussing here only about extension and contraction in demand. So let us take a particular point in the demand curve. So here I am taking this point. At this point, what is the price? If the quantity demand on the demand curve, if you are taking this point, what is the price and what is the quantity demand? To get that quantity demand and price, please extend a line from the curve to the both axes. When we are extending a line from the demand curve to y-axis, we will get the price. When we are extending a line to the demand, means the quantity demand axis, means x-axis, you will be getting the quantity demand. How much is the quantity demand? So here the quantity demand, we can take it as 8 and the price is equal to 4 at the point B. Price is 4, quantity demand is equal to 8. Let us take price is changing. Price is moving from 4 to 6. Other factors are remains constant. Price is moving from 4 to 6. What will happen in quantity demand? Obviously, we know that when price increases, quantity demand will decrease. Here the quantity demand is decreasing from 8 to 4 because of the price increases. If the demand is decreasing due to the increases of price, by keeping other factors are constant, that will be called as contraction. Quantity demand is decreasing due to the changes of price alone by keeping other factors constant. That is called as contraction. Then let's see that what will happen when price decreases. Price is decreasing from 4 to 2. At the time, what will happen for the quantity demand? Let's see. Identify the quantity demand by extending the line. When prices decreases from 4 to 2, the quantity demand got increases from 8 to 12. Only the factor is price. Other factors are remains constant. Price decreased so that the quantity demand increased from 8 to 12. So if the quantity demand is changing in such a way, that will be called as extension. Means quantity demand increased due to decrease in price, that is called as extension. So contractions means increasing the price and causing that for decreasing the quantity demand. Then extension means increasing the quantity demand due to decrease in price, that is called as extension. Hope you clear that, right? Then we'll see on the other side. Here we have taken price is the factor. Then we will take the next side, that is other than price factor. When other than price factors like income of the consumer, then otherwise taste and preference, if it is changing, the demand also will change. If the changes is happening in such a way, that will be called as increase and decrease in demand, or we can say it as we can say this is otherwise called as shift in demands. We can say it as shift in demands. This shift can be happen either rightward or leftward, that I will tell you by explaining the graph. So here what is increase and decrease or shift in demand means changing the quantity demands by changing the other than price factors by keeping the price constant. Price will not change, other factor will change. In that kind of situation, the quantity demand will change, that is called as increase and decrease in demands. Let us see here how it will be represented in the graph. See, this is the graph price on the y-axis and scaling is 500, 550, 100, 150 and 200. And on x-axis quantity 20, 40, 60 and 80. Then as usual, draw the demand curve. As per the demand law, you can draw the demand curve. Demand curve, as per the demand law, demand curve is downward sloping. Draw a demand curve. Then identify a particular point here also to understand what is the increase and decrease in quantity demand. So here demand curve name is DD. Then identify a particular point and get the price at this point. At this point, the price is 150, quantity demand is 60. Hope you clear that, right? Price is 150, quantity demand is 60. Please follow that pattern also. In the sense means that when you are drawing the graph, please follow the way, the same pattern, same way you can draw that. That will be better. So demand curve you draw, then extend line to the demand curve and demand axis and to the price axis, then you will be getting both the price and quantity. So here price is 150, quantity is 60. Clear that, right? Then price is same only, but quantity demand is increasing because of some other factors. So the quantity demand is increased from D to D1. See how much increases? 60 to 80. Quantity demand increases from 60 to 80, but price is same. There is no change. Price is 150 only. There is no change in the price. If the quantity demand is changing in such a way without changing the price by changing other factors, if the quantities demand is changing, that will be called as increase in quantity demand, or we can say this as rightward shift in quantity demand. It is called as rightward shift, rightward shift in quantity demand. Rightward shift of demand curve. It is rightward shift of demand curve. Hope you clear that, right? Then on the other side, demand may change, demand may decrease also because of some other factors. Price may not be the factor. Suddenly the demand may decrease because of the climatic condition, because of the government policy or something like that. The demand may decrease. If the demand is decreasing in such a way, see the price is same only. There is no change in the price. A new demand curve D2, D2. Price is same only, but demand is decreased. Demand is 60 to 40. Now the demand is 40. So demand decreased by changes in other factors. This change of quantity demand is called as decrease in quantity demand. This is called as decrease in quantity demand, or we can say this is called as leftward shift. This is otherwise called as leftward shift. So this is the way we can express the increase and decrease in quantity demand. Hope you understood that how to derive this increase and decrease in quantity demands. And hope you understood what is extension and what is contraction. Concluding here that extension means changing the quantity demand due to means increasing the quantity demand due to decrease in the price, that is called as extension. Contraction means decreasing the quantity demand due to increase in the price. But increase and decrease in demand means either increasing or decreasing the quantity demands other than the price factor. That is called as increase and decrease, or we can say it as shift in demand. It can be rightward shift or leftward shift. Hope you clear that the concept of extension, contraction, increase and decrease, that means the changes in demands.